So Jeff Bezos, the owner of Amazon, and the number one reason that you're getting the Rings of Power, has come out and said it's not a cash grab. Nothing to cash grab. There's no cash grab about this. It's coming from the heart. I guess you could say that it's not a cash grab because Jeff Bezos has more money than anybody in the world. I think, isn't he like the number 2 richest person in the world? I think Elon Musk took over that number 1 spot after he got divorced, and then Bezos lost a ton of money, but he still had enough to stay up there in the top, we'll say 5. I'm pretty sure he's the number 2 richest person in the world, but I could be wrong, so we'll put it in the top 5 somewhere. Anyway, he's coming out and saying that this is a love project, basically. A love for the message, maybe. Let me see Jeff Bezos. He looks like Dr. Evil. Remember Dr. Evil from the Austin Powers movies? He reminds me of them. Or just a James Bond villain in general. So here's what he had to say in an interview with Time magazine, which I don't even know if this is a magazine anymore. Isn't it just a website now? But I think they still print one. One of the few people, or one of the few outlets that do. So I hope we do Tolkien's work justice. It goes beyond making a commercially successful show. Everyone working on the show read these stories as kids, and our hearts are in it.
Oh, wait, you serious? Let me laugh even harder.
I think my favorite part of all of the hype for this show is always them trying to do damage control and say that they really followed the books, and the books were definitely the best source material, and they wanted to stay true to them, and they love the books. But when you watch everything about these trailers and the things they say, it's very obviously written on the wall that they didn't give a shit about the books. But they keep going back to them for their little interviews. And I also love the damage control by outlets like CBR.com coming out here and doing their best to shill for these properties that push messages. Because, like, look at this. They say that there's a streaming problem with canceling shows. Netflix canceling First Kill reveals larger problem in streaming. This show, for everything that I've seen, this show didn't get any ratings. Like, nobody watched it. So they canceled it. But the problem is, you cancel a show about lesbian vampires, you're gonna cause a few handfuls of people on Twitter to get upset, and that's a problem because they're loud. And they also work at outlets like CBR.com. So when a show like this gets canceled, there's obviously a problem with streaming services, just like with Batgirl. How everybody was freaking out about Batgirl getting canceled. If it had been Robert Pattinson Batman getting canceled, like let's say they said Batman 2 canceled, Robert Pattinson won't get his second movie, there'd be no outrage for that. But Batgirl, First Kill, absolutely going to get outrage. And because it would seem that Rings of Power is following that same kind of formula of pushing the message, there's going to be outrage and stuff for this show getting backlash. It's hilarious to watch at this point. And you also see stuff like this where they call fans racist. This was going around yesterday big time. Lord of the Rings of Power, Morfydd Clark admits show is perversion of Tolkien's work, tells critics to shut the fuck up. Also called fans racist. So they've changed a lot of the characters and the lore around for this show. And naturally, if you don't like this, you're of course a racist. They're coming out saying, oh, they're getting attacked left and right and stuff like that. And no one's seen it. They're not getting attacked. They're getting criticized. But in today's day and age, there is no such thing as criticism. It's only hate. So if you criticize something like this, well, you know, there technically weren't any black dwarves or elves in this area. It says so in the book. specifically, well, you're a racist. Well, wait a second. It says that in the book. Well, that's okay. You're racist. That's the way it goes now. And it's the perfect way to deflect any type of criticism that these creators get for doing stuff like that because, well, it works. It turns a lot of people against you, and it can definitely ruin your life just because you don't like something they're doing in a television series or a movie. People literally want to kill you or destroy your life because you don't think that they should do that. By the way, in case you don't know who is saying this Clark person is the woman playing Galadriel, warrior Galadriel, which also is something people don't like because from what I understand, she's not a warrior in the books. But they're making her one. Why? Because female power. That's the big thing right now. Let's just make every woman super strong, powerful woman, feminist icon. Every show or movie is doing this now. They usually bomb out because no one's looking for that. But what I find funny is every time there's an interview for this show or some kind of promotional thing, they never really talk too much about the show or the books. It's always about the diversity or the strong women or some shit. And she's even doing it here. Clark admitted the show is a perversion while speaking with Time magazine, telling the outlet, "I didn't read the books and think I wish there were more female characters because I just took it as given that was the way things were." However, she added, "I'm standing on the shoulders of women who spit metaphorical blood to get to this point. I hope young people, should they watch this, will think this is just the way things are." I think that's cringy. So you get a lot of this cringe like that in there, and it's like, man, what are you doing? Why are you doing this? You're just turning people off to your show, first off, with this cringy shit. And telling people to F off is never a good business decision. But, I wish I could sit here and say that it's going to reflect the show's ratings. The ratings are going to be bad, but they're probably not going to be bad. I bet the first couple are going to do really well. I don't know if Amazon drops things all at once or if Amazon releases weekly episodes. I'm not sure if they do that or not. Every time I've watched something, it's always been done, so I've ran through it. It'll be interesting to see how long people are talking about this show. I do think that the numbers are going to be good for it, though, because people are just going to watch it to watch it. Now, what I'm really interested in seeing is what the numbers are between, I don't know how many episodes of the first season are. Let's say that there's 8. What is the retention rate between the first 2 and the last couple of episodes? I think a lot of people are going to drop off. But the problem is if they consume a lot of the minutes available in the first 2 episodes, so if they watch both episodes all the way through, that's going to be a lot of minutes for the show. So I'm curious. I'd really love to see how many people tune in for that first show and the last one, because I bet you there will be a significant drop-off there. Anyway, it's coming soon, so we'll find out either way. Let me know what you guys think. Also, if you would, please like, subscribe, share the video. Make sure you're still subscribed, hit that notification bell, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace. Make sure to check out my locals. There's a link in the description. It's a fun community that I'm trying to build over here. If you don't want to support me on YouTube, you can come over here. None of that money goes to YouTube. You also can just come over here for free. But if you are a supporter over here, I do plan on doing an extra live stream once a month and throwing links to the supporters so you can actually come on and have a supporter live stream with me. Also, it's a good place to catch all of my content. You don't have to worry about notifications like YouTube. They'll definitely work over here. So come check out my locals. Also, if you want to help support the channel, check out my Teespring store. There's a link in the description. You can find some merchandise in there that you might want to check out. Also, make sure to follow me over on Twitch. I do watch parties, play video games over there. They're always fun. Follow me over there and come hang out. Also, make sure you subscribe to YellowFlash, my other channel. There's a link to that in the description as well. I do a lot of live streams over there that I don't do on this channel, usually smaller and a little bit more personal. So make sure you follow me over there and sign up.